I'm honestly really tempted to just back out of this queue and queue up into Kid instead because of the amount of carriers, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be brave, boys, and we're going to regret it because there's gonna be a midway on the enemy team, or there's gonna be a fucking audacious, or literally just any tier 10 carrier, and we're going to cry ourselves to sleep after. So let's do it. And we got a match, and we're gonna see what we get. 6 radars, double sub, carriers, bottom tier. No. We are middle tier. There's tier 9s, but, it's fine. Let's see here. There's literally no radar to speak of on the enemy team. That's amazing. We have a Utiloy, Lightning, Oland for destroyer threats, and an S-189. We spawned in the middle here. Alright, it's gonna be interesting. Which side do I want to go to? That's actually gonna be a tough decision. I'm probably gonna go for C here because it looks like we're going to have carrier spotting over here, which will help me smoke up and fight those destroyers if they try to cap. The advantage that I have right now is that aside from the lightning and the submarine, I outspot literally everything on their team, which, I mean, destroyers will obviously outspot cruisers and battleships, but I definitely outspot the Utiloy, I will outspot the Oland, and I'll outgun the Lightning if I have to. Assuming I can hit my shots and not be, like, bad at the game. Let's see, their carrier's also focusing over here, which is a little annoying, but we'll deal with it. It is a Parseval, so not much threat posed to me directly. Aside from the spotting, the AP rockets and AP bombs really aren't threatening to destroyers. I mean, the AP rockets can hurt if you show broadside and it hits enough overpens, but other than that, it's not going to be that bad. And okay, this is going to be suboptimal. I'm just going to try and wait for my carrier to come over here and be able to spot this Utiloy for me. Is he gonna shoot at me? Is this a bot? He's honestly acting like a bot. Gonna throw up our Hydro. This guy, yeah, he's definitely acting very bottish. I mean, he literally just beached. We don't want to get spotted. So we're going to back up into our smoke here. And we are being spotted by what? Not the light. Oh, that's the Van Spick. That's what's spotting me. We're gonna avoid these, right? Yep, we're good. Alright. Had to save my damage control right there, just to be sure. The Oland is gonna get contested by the Katsanis there, so there's that. Going to smoke up and try and deal with this lightning. Well, these shell arcs are not ideal. I mean, you can see we're only shooting out to 9 kilometers, and we have a near 9-second travel time. So Alright, let's see here. Van Speck, North Carolina. I think that Olin... No, the Olin is still going to contest the Katsanis, so good luck to that guy. I think my plan for right now is going to be try and get into C right here. I'm gonna throw out some torps. We're gonna have our smoke ready pretty soon. Although this lightning is in his smoke. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a smoke trap. I'm gonna I'm gonna pray that this Kaga is going to be able to spot this this lightning when that smoke dissipates. Yep, there we go. There's the lightning, although he's not getting spotted because our carrier's too busy trying to strike the Iowa, or the North Carolina rather, instead of actually, like, you know, spotting the destroyer. Which about figures. So we're just gonna spam down this North Carolina for right now. Yeah, here comes those torps. Okay. I have to shoot this guy. How amazing it would have been to have had a carrier spotting. Go dark. Alright, we're good. That actually wasn't as bad as it could / should have been. Because, I was worried that that North Carolina was going to keep me spotted when the lightning smoked up. But he didn't. That smoke was in the perfect spot to block the line of sight somehow. Although, our carrier's still not interested in spotting that lightning. In typical carrier player fashion, especially premium carriers, they're just trying to farm some damage instead of actually, like, you know, contribute. And he gets rewarded for it, because of course he does. Trying to pick a fight with that lightning in front of this Van Speck is going to be kind of iffy. Depending on what happens when I spot the lightning, I'm honestly may or may not even bother. Let's see, the lightning is like over here. It would be amazing if we had a carrier that would be willing to, like, you know, fly planes over the destroyer and, like, you know, spot said destroyer. But, you know, he's not gonna do that. So what do we got to deal with here? There's obviously the lightning. Our AA's off, so we're not worried about that. Okay. I'm not gonna run at that lightning. It's Van Speck is going to reverse. Typical. Pop our Hydro to protect against torps. We're gonna try and get some farm on this Van Speck. He's of course going to sit in reverse. I don't have a shot on that lightning. Yeah, sucks to be the Benson. Okay, that Fiji's going to be problematic. Iowa, Lightning, Fiji, and the Monarch, and Van Speck. So literally their entire team, just about. And are we throwing? I honestly think we might be throwing. Kansas is probably not going to survive a dedicated, hard push from the enemy team. Not from an Iowa and a Monarch. Let's see. I'm gonna pop some Make-A-Wish torps out into that smoke. I'm gonna get safe from this Van Speck. Yeah, and I think we actually, unironically, might be throwing right now. Well, no. They only have their lightning left, which is helpful. And our carrier is still farming battleships, so that checks out. I'm gonna slip into a B here. We are dark. The reason we went dark there was because the Iowa left gun range, which means my my bloom went back down because no one else had line of sight on me. And yeah, as predicted, the Kansas is not going to survive this. Neither is the Amagai. That Monarch is full health, because typical. Our Iowa's behind the island. Love to see it. I'm pretty sure that's how Iowa's meant to be played. And this guy just got fed a defense expert, that Iowa over there. Spoon fed by the Kaga. And speaking of the Kaga, what the fuck is he doing? He's literally just walking out in front of like their entire team. Hello? That good? Let's see. Yeah, our Kansas is not going to survive this. Amagai's probably not about to survive this. So, what's our win condition right now? Our win condition is going to be try and just hold on to these caps, because our Kaga's not going to live this. Well, honestly, he might if he can get behind the island. He's undetected right now. These are not optimal shell arcs for this. We're kiting away Iowa. And our Kaga is now spotted again. Iowa's just gonna kite away. I'm gonna put out torps like that in case this lightning tries to push around this corner and into C. Those were lightning shots right there. Yeah. I don't think that, Monarch would have had that shot. Yeah. He's still over there. So, right now, our goal is going to be to somehow try and defend this Kaga. Even though I honestly shouldn't, because this guy's proven that he is not very intelligent. And honestly is probably not worth the effort of trying to save. But these points are so close. We're actually behind on points because we've lost so many ships. Let's see. Oh my god. This Kaga's so bad! And our Kaga's about to commit die by Monarch, so Alright, whatever. And our Drake's accusing somebody of cheating. Love to see it. The man, Spec got dev struck though, so that's fun. You'd like to see. And that's not what you like to see. No, never mind, he missed. We're good. Got fires going. Just gonna smoke up and try and save our health a little bit. Drop some torps out. Load armor piercing for his broadside, and that Iowa's pushing around. Okay, suboptimal. And our Iowa's walking into a crossfire. It's what you call suboptimal. Now, of course, we're the ones behind again. It's of course going to fall on me to try and do something about it. Okay, Monarch. If those torps have range, please have range. Okay, we are still alive. Alright. This Kaga, as much as I was shit-talking him earlier, he's actually done a decent job of spotting these guys for me when I was in that smoke there. And for letting me get these couple of shots off on the Iowa. I'm gonna have to pray I survive this. We did get resets. Come on. Fires, please. Please give me fires. I'm missing like all of my shots because I'm bad at the game. Alright, there's a fire. Can we set a perma double fire rather? Aiming bug-free game, by the way. Alright, there's the double fire. We're gonna just have to remain stern on to these shots and hope they miss. We are good. And this carrier is going to focus me now. But I think we should be good here. I don't need to go after the carrier as much as I would love to get a pelt right now. I cannot risk this game. The salmon is so low, he's not going to be able to go after the carrier very effectively. Because he's just going to get auto-dropped by his depth charges. And he's so low that stands a reasonable chance of killing him. So what I have to do is I just have to run away. And I just have to pray that that both me and this salmon are going to be able to stay alive long enough to run this clock down and we win on points. The bright side right now is if this salmon loads his alternative torpedoes that have the higher alpha, that Parsifal is heading for... that Parsifal is headed for C, so he's going to be... oh, okay, never mind, he's pinging. Okay, so it's going to be on me. So basically what I was saying there was that salmon could have had a good shot with the alternative depth charge, or the alternative torpedoes with the higher alpha. Although it looks like he might have had those loaded there, because those did a fair old little bit of damage. But, best drop, by the way. But our salmon is about to get got by the auto ASW. Honestly, this salmon might actually bag him. Yeah. There you go. So, that works for me. Am I gonna get a few extra... Oh, well. That happened. Best drop, by the way. That was a hairier game than it needed to be, but it ended up being a really good one. And honestly, despite all the shit I was talking, that card got still placed pretty high. Whether that's through luck or judgment, who's to say? But, you know, the numbers speak for themselves, I guess. So, on that note, that was a pretty hairy game. That's a bot, by the way. That was a pretty oof game. We almost threw that, but we didn't, and that's what matters most. So on that note, that is going to be enough for today, and I will see you tomorrow.